Hey, this is WhyBeAre with BeamNG.drive, and today we're going to be taking a look at a map called Francis International Airport, GTA IV. Since this map is from Grand Theft Auto 4, I figured let's use cars that are from Grand Theft Auto. Now, some maybe from Grand Theft Auto 5, others maybe from Grand Theft Auto 4. Don't worry about the small details like that. We're just going to mostly be using cars that are from the Grand Theft Auto series. Like this one, the Dinka Ballista Compact, which is actually from Grand Theft Auto 4, and it's also stuck in the ground. So let's fix that real quickly, and away we go. Now, if I had to describe this map in a simple way as possible, it is a small section of Grand Theft Auto 4 that has been ported over to BeamNG.drive. And that small section is, of course, the airport, as you can probably guess based on the name of the map. For example, this is the parking garage that we can go ahead and drive into before we actually go look at all the airplanes and stuff. I figure if you were going to a real airport, you would have to park your car first. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, the sign said to go left. I'm a criminal. I go up this thing in the wrong direction because you can't tell me what to do. Saying this is the down way? Yeah, well, it's the up way now. Ha, ha, ha. This is like such a little crime considering there's any traffic or anything that could even be hurt by this. You know, it's barely even a crime at this point. So let's go ahead and reset the car right here. And now we can do the jump that is over to the side over here. And it's not going to be anything amazing or anything like that because we are going like 30 miles per hour, but it's something. Ta-da! And the car even still drives, sort of. It's not exactly driving well, but it does drive. So that's worth something, right? Maybe? No? I don't know. There's a tree. Now I definitely don't drive. It's on its side. So we're going to reset that, and well, we can say, okay, park our car and go to the airport and go on a flight and all that. And yeah, so realistic, so fun. And then we get home, we go to our car, and we gotta leave. So we gotta, not do that. I should mention that most of the things you collide into seem to function properly. But there are a couple of curbs that seem a little grabby every now and then. And then there's like a couple of signs that are the thinner ones that seem a little grabby as well. But like 98% of the things around that you crash into seem to work really well. So let's just get out of the parking garage. And of course we could also say, I'm a drift guy. I got to drift in the parking lot, but I have a front wheel drive, so that's not going to work well. Take the stairs. Yeah. Not so yeah. I can't go accelerating anymore. Alright, go ahead and just fix the car up and keep on driving. So now that we've seen the parking garage, let's go look at the airplanes. And we can also look at my favorite stunt area actually in Grand Theft Auto 4. Then we'll look at the airplanes. And my favorite stunt area is this area right over here. Where you have this really weird looking sloped building that you can try to do a backflip off of, which is totally doable in Grand Theft Auto. BeamNG.drive, it's a little bit more realistic, so yeah, not gonna happen probably. Although you can crash it and almost have a drivable vehicle. Almost, because this is not quite drivable. So we can just reset it and head into the actual airport. And normally this would get the cops all after you and stuff, but not in BeamNG.drive because there's no cops. You can drive around here all you want. It's kind of a different experience. I mean, of course, you could always just use cheat codes and then, well, it doesn't really matter, right? But hey, that's cheating. You wouldn't cheat, would you? I probably would. Who am I kidding? So let's try doing that thing right there that I was just kind of crawling up as a jump real quick. So we're just going to bring the car over here so we can get speed. Reset it, and wow, that was weird. It was reset the exact angle we were pointing. That was just weird looking. We're gonna try to jump onto the upper area of that building. Here we go! Not happening! See, I swear in Grand Theft Auto 4 you could have made that. And it would have been a totally easy to make jump. And I don't think it's a matter of speed either, because if you go faster, you're just going to hit the wall harder. You're not going to actually get a higher angle or anything like that. And I think it's just the difference in physics. Like Grand Theft Auto 4, it'd push you upwards, not for BeamNG.drive. So instead, let's do a corkscrew. Yeah! Oh, not yeah. The corkscrew was looking clean until I ruined everything by crashing the car into the roof again. That worked pretty well, though. As for other things you would normally do jumps off of in Grand Theft Auto 4, like this sign. Yeah, I would suggest not doing jumps off of these signs because they will just damage your car up a bunch. Grand Theft Auto, you can usually do this and it's not a big issue for your car. This one just totally bashes up the car and it might not even be drivable after that. Yeah, not driving. I mean, it could crawl. That's it. And what's the point of crawling in a car? You might as well just walk. Or get a little scooter for the people who break their legs or are disabled or whatever. That'd probably be faster than that in its current state. Whee! That one works better as a jump. Definitely works better. Although I still kind of wrecked the car up when I crashed. Much better than the yellow thing, which totally ruined everything. I do notice with this car, whenever I respawn, I gotta wiggle it free. Like it's stuck always, and I wiggle it and then it's good to go. So we can take a closer look at the planes and actually crash into a plane as well. So like, hello little plane. This is actually a little plane. And boom, we crashed it. And we're also stuck, so we can try to free ourselves. See how the plane damaged the car. It seems to do a pretty good job of that. Nothing too unusual about the way the damage looks. It looks pretty good and what I would expect. Over here we have another plane, a bigger plane. And that plane's design looks a lot like the old design of United Airlines. I have to assume that that must be inspired by them, because it's too similar to be a coincidence, I think. And of course this plane works good for collisions, but it's kind of short, so we could try something dumb like, can we drive on the wing? Yes, no problem here. We can drive on the wing, but the tires kind of go through the ground. Doesn't seem to be an issue though. We can drive on this, no problem. And then off the wing. Ow. Well, that was dumb. Just crashed into everything, basically. I wonder if that area right there is one of the 5% that doesn't seem to crash right. Is it? Yeah, there's one of the 5% that don't seem to crash right. You know, like I said, 95% is great. 5% like that one, they are a little grabby. Well, really grabby in that one's case. Another thing we could do that might be fun is we just go right above the wing and we drop a car on the wing. That might be interesting. So let's try that. Oh, my car's damaged. Hold on. And come on. Perfect. So I just went splat on the wing. Didn't quite loop around it as I expected, but it did get a lot of damage crashing into it, so that's pretty good. And I think now it's about time to pull out a new car, so let's go ahead and switch over to the Classe C, which I always pronounce wrong. Now this one is actually from Grand Theft Auto 5, and it is red. Oh my goodness, is it red. Can I change this color to not be so red? I can make it redder. There we go. That looks a bit more realistic. I don't know why it was so ridiculously red the first time. That was insane. Now it looks like a normal car, so that's better. And we can just drive this one around some now. And, you know, just look around the map, see what there is. So again, you got some more planes, but, you know, they all work the same for the most part. You can drive around their wings like you saw earlier. Or you can crash into their center tails, whatever you want. See over here we have some more smaller planes. Crash into that. Looks pretty good the way it crashed. Like it did a nice job of just crashing into it without glitching or anything like that. You could also probably drive on top of the buildings. I haven't tested that yet, but I'm assuming you could. So we just reset the car up here, and yep, you could drive on top of the buildings. So how would you get here legitimately? Well, you install the helicopter mod and say I flew there. Because I'm pretty sure there's no legit way to get up here normally. Then I got stuck. I mean, I don't know where you could really go from here. It's just like, yeah, I could drive on the top of the buildings if I wanted to. And you could be like, here, I flipped my helicopter there and I flew it onto the building. Yes, that's totally what happened. You could also, if you really wanted to, you could go inside of these places. But there's not really much to do in here. It's like, yeah, I'm inside. Isn't that cool? Yeah, but why? I don't know, because I can. And then, of course, we could try to leave, but we can't. We're trapped forever. Oh, that was weird looking the way that crashed. So you can just say, hello, we're back on the roof, or not. I don't think we need to go on the roof, so let's not bother. Let's do a run of the runway, actually. And I'm going to use a different car, because I don't really care for the Classe. It's kind of a boring car from, like, what it is, you know? Like, it's not the mod itself. It's just, you know, this car is kind of boring. So instead, we'll use this one. Because it has the sport, man. It's got spoiler and all that. The V6, which is so much power. Yeah. V6s aren't usually that much power, but it's enough to at least have some fun compared to the other car. Now, if it had a V8 in it, oh, that'd be even more fun. But it don't. So here's just a full run of the runway, and then we're going to hit that ramp really hard, really fast, see what happens. See if the car can hold up or not. Ooh, we should hit it sliding. So we go like this, you know, slide. Yeah. Oh, that's a little grabby. Got me good, though. You could just reset the car. Oh, by the way, you see that part that's moving? Unfortunately, that is not is a non-collidable object. You'll just drive right through it. I wanted to try to see what happens if you hit your car into it, but you can't. It's so sad. Ooh, we could try something like this. We fit the car up here. Reset it. Is that up high enough? Ah, it's kind of stuck. I don't know if it has the ground clearance for this. Come on, go. No, we need more ground clearance up here. There we go. We can fall off of that. That was fun. Alright, so now let's just keep driving this way. I don't know. Ooh, we got some words. Content must have been downloaded from BeamNG.drive. Author Rockstar North, Rockstar Toronto. And then we have some Russian text. At least I assume it's Russian. You know, I just look at those characters. I'm like, yeah, that's probably Russian. I don't know for sure, but it has to be Russian. I do the same kind of thing when I see Japanese and Chinese, though. I'm like, yep, that's Japanese. And I don't know if it's Japanese or Chinese. I just assume it's Japanese, which is probably a poor thing to do. Ooh, here's another one of the things where I glitched into it earlier. Let's see how that one works. That one worked a lot better. I guess it's just every now and then you'll have one that's a little glitchy, but that one seemed to work perfectly fine. So that was interesting. I mean, it's hard to test every single thing that's here to crash into, you know. There's just so much to crash into. It's crazy. Like, to test every single thing is just so long. And what is going on with these rear wheels? They're stuck in the ground. There we go. That's better. I wrecked my car up trying to get the wheels loose, but whatever. So let me show you basically how far you can go away from the airport now. Because I'm pretty sure you got a good look at the airport by now, so we can try to exit it, which I went the wrong way for. It's cool to look around here because you got all this cool stuff. But it's not the way I meant to go. It was a mistake. I wanted to exit this place. Ow. Let's go ahead and get another car, actually. We've been driving this one for a while. Time to do the... Ooh, I know. The Vapid Saddler. What colors can we get? Let's go with a green. I think the colors work on that. Yes, they do. And gotta free the car from the evil grasps of the world, and we can go ahead and keep driving. So when you get to the end of this one, it has a sign that says, hey man, you shouldn't drive any farther because things will get glitchy. Because interestingly enough, this map actually has all of Grand Theft Auto 4 in the map, just in really low quality. Only this area over here is in the high quality. So right over here you can see the sign I was talking about. It's kind of cool. It changes the text based on how far away you are. It's not like a timer or anything like that. It's the distance you are from the sign, which is kind of cool, I thought. So like back here it says slow down, and then SLOD customs, and the closer you get, it changes eventually. So right there. So if I back up, it goes back to the old one. So it's like, that was cool. Anyways, the sign says, warning, you are entering a land where there is no detail. Long exposure SLOD can cause eye damage. Collision mesh is not perfect and are not guaranteed. Enter at your own risk. And guaranteed is spelled wrong. Guaranteed. Anyways, it has all of Grand Theft Auto 4. But it looks like this, except for the airport. And I'm just like, that is really strange and weird, but kind of cool at the same time. So like every now and then you can make out what something is, but for the most part you really have to play Grand Theft Auto kind of recently to remember what things are. And unfortunately I haven't played it in probably a year or two, so it's really hard for me to say, oh yes, this is Roman's shop, and this is the bowling alley and all that, and this is where me and my cousin go bowling. I can't remember too much, but every now and then I'll see something I'm like, I know what that is. Very rarely though. And I was just like, that's weird, but it's cool, but it's weird. And of course, you also have some floating buildings and stuff. You know, it's just strange, but cool. Like right here, this is the roller coaster. So that means this is the theme park area. And oh no, this is what happens sometimes. You get to areas where you're not really able to drive much. Is it the area itself, or did I just kind of hit a lip? All right, so right there, I actually hit a lip, which caused me to kind of fall into the ground. But sometimes you can actually find an area where it's like you're not going to drive here. I think the bowling alley's somewhere over here. Why am I so intent on finding the bowling alley? Because my cousin, he said they were going to go bowling. I'm pretty sure this would have been the bowling alley, I think. If I remember correctly. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell. I think it was. There's no interiors, of course, so it makes it hard to tell. But somewhere over here there was a bowling alley, I'm pretty sure. Was it over here, maybe? No, that doesn't look big enough. I don't know. But yeah, it's just weird how there's all of Grand Theft Auto 4 on this map. I mean, you look how far and away it goes, and it's like, It really is all of Grand Theft Auto 4. At least it appears like it. I haven't explored it all the way across because it does get glitchy. Like I know over here, for a fact, is a very glitchy area, and you can't really cross this bridge legitimately, if I remember correctly. So if we place the car right here, for example, it kind of falls into the ground, I think. Wait, oh, maybe not. Maybe it wasn't here. I know eventually you'll have issues, though, where you can't drive. Because it happened before. Except it's not happening again. There we go. See it right here on the bridge. I thought it was before the bridge. It's on the bridge right there. You can't go any further. You won't be able to. Even if you reset it back up, you'll just fall into it again. Like so. And you can't see anything either. That's annoying. So anyways, I just thought that was crazy that really it's all of Grand Theft Auto 4. Like, that blows my mind. For some reason, it's all here, just in Nintendo 64 graphics or something like that, you know? And really bad collisions. Which, you know, it does warn you, so it's like, well, what do you expect? You know, I'm not saying it needs to... Like, if this whole map was done, that'd be amazing. But the fact that just a small area is done is pretty cool. And I'm going to actually just work on getting myself back to the main area. Because there are a couple more things there that I want to look over. Because I haven't gotten to do that yet. It's a little bit of ways. Because we've been driving for a while, man. It didn't feel like it, but we've been driving. Floating sign. Spooky. Am I going the right way? Yes. Yes, I am. This is where I wanted to go. Over to here. The dirt road. Which has the same warning. Like any road you could be driving on has that warning, it seems like. So that's kind of nice. So you'll always know when you're exiting the area. But it's also kind of obvious at times. Like because everything looks Nintendo 64-ish. And then everything over here looks, well, more modernish. Anyways, dirt road over here you could drive on. Just wanted to make sure you saw the dirt road. It's cool to drive on the dirt roads and all that. And of course you could crash into things. Yeah. Can it drive? Can it drive? Yes, sort of. Not really. You call this driving? I sure don't. That's struggling. And now I'm kind of thinking it's probably time for a new car pretty soon. But first, there are a couple more areas I want to look at with the truck, and then we'll go ahead and switch vehicles, because I haven't shown you quite everything, and it's kind of hard to show everything because it's just a very densely packed area with so many things to look at. It can get a little confusing. Right now, I want to go find the highway. And there are the cops, the LCPD. Don't mess with them. They'll arrest you, all that sad stuff. So I'm going to try to find the entrance to the highway or freeway or whatever you like to call it. If I remember correctly, this should get me there. Again, 2 years since I've last played Grand Theft Auto 4 or so my memory is very foggy, but this is where I wanted to go. So I'll chalk that one up as a win. So you can drive on the highway for a little bit. So here's like one end of it. Then we could go the other way and get to the other end. And I'm sure I'm going to miss some roads and some buildings and all that. Like, there's no way I'm going to remember to get all of them. I apologize for that. It's just, like I said, it's a little too densely packed to be able to try to actually remember to show everything. Unless I was very, very systematic with it, which I could have been, but that'd probably be a lot more boring. This way is a little bit more fun, I think. So anyways, the highway goes to about there, and then you see there's the other end. And like I said, you can keep driving on it, but eventually something bad will happen, and then you can't. Alright, let's go ahead and change cars. I'm getting sick of the truck. It's time for something new, like the Blister again. I want the full tuning this time. Actually, the alternative full tuning I think is faster, if I remember correctly, so we'll use that. And just teleport it, because it always gets stuck in the ground when you first spawn it, if I remember correctly. And away we go. Where are we going to go, though? There's at least one more place I want to just take a quick peek at, and then I might be ending the video soon. Although I don't remember quite where it is. Oh, my goodness, that curb. That was an evil curb. Alright, where I want to go is over there. Haha, there it is. Not exactly sure which route would have been the best to take there. I guess under the highway right here would have been the ideal way. So now I know. So let's just say we were driving along to get to where I wanted to go, right? And then over here, things are starting to get glitchy. As you can tell, there are some missing textures here and there. But it still has drivable roads and all that, which is nice. And then you have some giant tanks over there. And not, you know, the tanks that shoot things, just the, you know, the kinds that hold chemicals and all that. Some signs that are, I mean, some fences that float as well. You can see things are starting to get glitchy. I don't know if you're exactly supposed to be over here, but it looks a lot more highly detailed than, well, over there. Like, this is basically the end, as far as I'm concerned. Everything past that point is no good. Everything behind it is, pretty playable. You could, of course, always, I'm on the tank, but I don't know why you would do that. I mean, it's like, yeah, but why? And I don't know. And you could drive on this building, too. Like, you have no problems driving on any of the buildings. The hard part would be getting up there legitimately, which I don't do. I just teleport. Ooh, that was kind of weird. I just sunk into that one. Oh, there's actually an area under there. Ah, neat. And, well, I think that just about covers this map. I mean, yeah, there's a couple of roads here and there I didn't cover, but I got like most of them, and I'm happy with most of them. So, here's some QR codes you can scan. I didn't want to install a QR code scanner just to figure it out. I was too lazy, so I didn't do it. But you could, if you wanted to. I don't care. My game crashed! I guess that's the game's way of telling me to move on from the free roam and go to the scenarios, because there are 4 scenarios for this map, if I remember correctly. And we can go ahead and just do them all real quickly. The first one is Parking Stunt! Description on this says, great map, very GTA, such copy. Let's go. So now, we're actually once again using a normal BeamNG.drive vehicle. No more fancy GTA vehicles. This is a normal one, because that is what the scenario is made to use. And one thing I didn't mention, there is some glitchy signs in the parking garage. You'll notice if you look at the pillars, they kind of flash in and out. Not sure what's up with that. I just ignore it. So much so that I forgot to mention it until right now. At least I don't think I mentioned it earlier, but I might have. Right now, I just gotta climb this thing at so fast speeds of 10 miles per hour. And then we can just go ahead and do that stunt. Come on, corner harder. Oh, goodness. And across the finish in 44.96. And actually, that was a nicer landing than I expected. And then I still flipped over. So maybe it wasn't that nice after all, was it? Oh, well. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the next one. And I just typed GTA in the search and it tells me the ones that are from this map. So the next one is parking. And this one has the exact same description, so I'm not going to bother reading it. And it looks like it even starts exactly the same. That's kind of funny. So we go up over to here. Hey, this is the same thing. What gives? There better be something different at the end. Oh, I parked because I didn't want to hit the pillar again. Almost did the same crash twice. I mean, it is too similar. It's eerily similar, actually. Maybe this one I go down the spiral instead of flying off of it. That's my guess based on the number of checkpoints and all that. Yes, I was right. I was right. Come on, don't hit that wall, please. Oh no, I gotta go left now. Shows how much attention I was paying. Hey, come on. That was pretty close. Oh, I was supposed to go down. Oh, that is deceptive. That is too deceptive. I was supposed to keep going down. I'm pretty sure, at least. Yep. Oh, you guys tricked me. That ain't nice. And across the line, and a crash to the sign. That kind of rhymed. And so did that. Wow, I'm good. Buy my new album. Next up is the Barge Into. Same description as the other, so let's just go. Don't worry about reading it at all. It looks like this time we're just going to drive down the runway. And I should mention, I'm just doing these blind. I have not practiced them or anything like that. I was mostly practicing the map itself and figuring that out. And then once I did that, I decided to do these live while I'm recording, which is probably not the best of ideas. And, oh, this was cool. You're supposed to, was I going too fast? No, haha. That was cool. You just fly into all those hay bales and stuff. See, that one was fun. I like that one. I think that one's my favorite one so far. Alright, what's the last one of the scenarios? Hopefully it's nice like that one. Because that one was a lot more fun than the other ones, I think. Oh, parking 2. Oh well. Not gonna be as fun. But, let's go ahead and do it. Same description, same starting point even. Except this time we don't go left, we go straight. So it is a little different at least. I just like hay bales. I think that's the thing. I just like the hay bales. Hay bales are cool. Uh-oh, wait, what? Oh, it's over there. I went the wrong way. Gotta go this way. Almost rolled my truck. That's great, great, great. Alright, well this is a totally different one. At least it's not like going up the spiral again. I was gonna complain if I had to go up the spiral for 3 out of 4 of the things. That's like ridiculous. This one you're just driving around the outside of the parking lot trying to find a parking spot that's right next to the entrance so you don't have to walk very far. At least that's how I imagine it. Yeah, incomplete. Is it laps or nope? Well done! Your time is 47.48. And, well, that'll do it. So, till next time, this has been WhyBeAre. I'll see ya!